Sup everybody? I had a completely different video planned and I'm gonna probably work on later today or so of a video that, I think should be pretty important to talk about, but today we're talking about LeBron James of all people. Normally I typically don't talk about, sports much on the channel. Obviously in the past videos I made videos like, oh, why politics need to be out of sports and stuff like that. I made that video maybe like a couple years ago or some shit. And it was obviously started, I don't even know if it was started, but it was definitely pioneered and definitely catalyzed by LeBron James, of course. If you don't know who LeBron James is a currently active player for the Los Angeles Lakers, even though he's been on other famous teams. In fact, he's been on the Cavaliers, which is my favorite basketball team for basketball and shit like that. And then he's been on the Heat as well. I mean, obviously, you don't need to know who the fuck LeBron James is. I don't even think people who watch basketball know who the fuck LeBron James is. And also, a fun fact, I actually share a birthday with LeBron James. So that's pretty funny, I guess. But today we're talking about him and his playoffs exit, as he did get swept this year. So let's get into it. Those who typically don't watch basketball, obviously LeBron over the last few years is considered by, I typically mostly kids, to be the greatest basketball player ever. And then obviously there's been the debates and stuff like that between him and Michael Jordan and all that stuff. And even though the truth is nobody is ever going to beat Michael in the NBA debate. He's 6-0 in the finals. But, ever since the Nuggets swept the Lakers this playoffs for the Western Conference Finals, LeBron has been, he's been making headlines for, oh, I'm thinking about retirement. Or, oh, it's not like, oh, Denver won, they're going to their first finals appearance ever. It's, oh, LeBron James is considering retirement. We are focusing more on LeBron than we should be focused more on Nikola Jokic, who freaking made history this playoffs, or the Nuggets that made their first finals appearance, man. They're making their first finals appearance in franchise history. That should be more talked about, but nah, we're too busy talking about LeBron. And then, of course, he got back in the news recently for quoting a tweet saying about what is the from some Twitter account that's pretty famous on Twitter for like the sports and basketball world, and says, what does it mean to be him? And LeBron, put out on his IG story saying that he should be number one on everyone's list, like critics, fans, everyone's. I mean, I'll tell you what, LeBron, you're definitely number one on Shannon Sharp's list and Nick Wright's list, so you don't have to worry about those two. But the way this came off, saying that, it came off very narcissistic, and I feel like it paints him in a bad light. I'm not saying LeBron James is a bad player, because of course he's not. LeBron is one of the best players to ever step foot on a basketball court. I am not taking anything away from everything he's done in his career. 4-time champion, multiple-time All-Star, multi All-NBA, 4 Finals MVPs, 4-time MVP. I mean, he's done it all, and he's now the all-time leading scorer. But he's not better than Michael. He's just not. And you say, oh, why you say that? Yes, LeBron has played more years than Michael. Michael retired twice and still had 30,000 points. If Michael never retired twice, he'd probably be above 40,000. That's just a fact. LeBron, he's going into, this is year, I think this is year 20 for him, so this is going to be year 21 for LeBron James. So, like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away from LeBron. LeBron has deserved all the accolades and respect in his career, but saying that you're the greatest player of all time does not make you seem like you're the greatest player of all time. You're just saying that to make yourself goat yourself up. That is not, the case. I mean, even Michael says he doesn't like talking, people consider Jordan the greatest the basketball player of all time. He is, honestly. Like, I've never seen somebody play like him. I've never seen any player be him, and there's never going to be another player like him. Now, is LeBron should LeBron be in a top 5? Absolutely. He should be on a Mount Rushmore of basketball, and he is. And he will continue to be. But it's just crazy, man. Like, there's just people out there that say, like, LeBron is the be-all, end-all standard in basketball, yet when it comes to winning time sometimes, he just falls flat, and he complains. That's one of the big things and most infamous things about LeBron James in his career. He has complained more than any other player I've ever seen in my life in basketball. Like, that's just how he is. But, again, like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away. He led a Cavs team to the finals that was so fucking shit. I don't know how he did it, but he did lead them to the finals. Sure, he got swept in the finals, but that Cavs team was dead in the water. So, yes, if you want to say LeBron James ever carried a team, he carried that Cavs team. Absolutely. But if we're talking about, like, with the Heat, for example, no. He had Wade, he had Bosh, he had Allen, he had multiple different people on the Heat team that were just phenomenal. Then we had the Lakers, where Anthony Davis did pretty much a lot of the saving. And honestly, even if LeBron did, yes, LeBron averaged almost 30 points in the finals, but that kind of gets looked past it. I feel like Anthony Davis did more of everything in the playoffs more than LeBron ever did in the playoffs to begin with during the bubble season. That's just how I feel. But, I just don't like the fact that, he's got to be in the spotlight for everything. Like, oh, LeBron, it's all about LeBron. It's very narcissistic, and it takes away from the sport. It's more like, oh, this would be more about me, than it should be it's all about the team. LeBron has never really been about the team. Like, he's never been that way. Like, even throughout his career, like, he's just never been that way. It's always been about him, because ever since his career began, it's always been about LeBron, and it's always been the media promoting LeBron. So, I'm not saying that's all a bad thing, but it does make you come off as a complete narcissist, and it makes you look bad to most people when you say stuff like that. I'm just going to leave it off at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're watching the NBA Finals this year, it's the Nuggets versus Heat. Some casuals are saying, oh, it's going to be boring as fuck. They're just mad because the Lakers lost. They can go eat dog shit, bro. True basketball fans are going to be pretty happy about this series, though. It's something different. It's the Heat's been in it a couple years now, but it's a completely different Heat team than the Wade, Braun, and Bosh era Heat team. So, yeah, like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Rumble for content you will not see on my YouTube channel. You'll see completely different content on there. And I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace out.